Ninth Canto, chapter 13, 12 to 27, where birth of Maharaj Janak and his descendants are explained. Okay, so yesterday we did 12th shloka, today we are going to do 13th onwards. Janmana Janakaha so abhud vai dehastu videhajaha mithilo mathanajato mithilayena nirmita. Janmana, by birth, Janaka, birth, born uncommonly, not by the usual process. Saha, he, abhut, became Vaideha, Vaideha, also known as Vaideha, too, but Videhajaha, because of being born from the body of Maharaj Nimi, who had left his material body. Mithila, he also became known as Mithila, Mathanat, because of being born from the churning of his father's body. Jata, thus born. Mithila, the kingdom called Mithila. Yena, by whom Janaka, Nirmita, was constructed. Because he was born in an unusual way, the son was called Janak. And because he was born from the dead body of his father, he was known as Vaideha. Okay, because he was born from the churning of his father's material body, he was known as Mithila. And because he constructed a city as King Mithila, the city was called Mithila. Okay. So these names are very famous, like Janak, Vaideha, Mithila. So these are the reason for those names. Okay. So Nimi was called Videha, and his son is called Vaideha. Okay. 14. तस्मात् उदावसुस्तस्य पुत्रो भून नन्दीवर्धनः ततः सुकेतुस्तस्यापि देवरातो महीपते. तस्मात् from Mithila Udavasu, a son named Udavasu, tasya of him Udavasu, putra son Abhut was born Nandivardhana, Nandivardhan. Tataha, from him Nandivardhan. Suketu, a son named Suketu, tasya of him Suketu. Api, also Devrata, a son named Devrata. Mahipate, O King Parikshit. O King Parikshit, from Mithila came a son named Udavasu, from Udavasu Nandivardhan, from Nandivardhan Suketu, and from Suketu Devrata. These are the further dynasty, further kings in the same dynasty of Janak. Tasmad Brihadrathastasya Mahavirya Sudrit Pita Sudurter Drishtaketurvai Haryasvo Athamarustataha. Tasmad, from Devrat Brihadrath, a son named Brihadrath, tasya of him Brihadrath, Mahavirya, a son named Mahavirya, Sudrit Pita, he became the father of King Sudriti. Sudrite, from Sudriti, Drishtaketu, a son named Drishtaketu, why indeed Haryashvaha, his son was Haryashva, Atha, thereafter Maru, Tata, thereafter. From Devrat came a son named Brihadrath, and from Brihadrath a son named Mahavirya, who became the father of Sudriti. The son of Sudriti was known as Drishtaketu, and from Drishtaketu came Haryashva. From Haryashva came a son named Maru. Maro pratipakastasma jataha kritartho yataha Devamidhastasya putro Vishruto atha Mahadhriti. Maro, of Maru, Pratipaka, a son named Pratipak. Tasmat, from Pratipak Jata was born Kritaratha, a son named Kritarath, Yatha, and from Kritarath Devamidha, tasya of Devamidha Putra, a son Vishrut, Atha, from him Mahadhriti, a son named Mahadhriti. The son of Maru was Pratipak, and the son of Pratipak was Kritarath. From Kritarath came Devamid, and from Devamid Vishrut, and from Vishrut Mahadhriti. Kritiratastasman Maharoma Chatatsutaha Swarna Roma Sutastasya Harsava Roma Vyajayata. Kritirat, from Mahadhriti. Tasmat, from Kritirat Maharoma is son named Maharoma. Cha also Tata Sutah, his son Swarnaroma. Swarnaroma Sutah Tasya, his son Hariswaroma. Hariswaroma, Hirishwaroma. Vyajayat were all born. From Mahadharti was born a son named Kritirat. From Kritirat was born Maharoma. From Maharoma came a son named Swarnaroma, and from Swarnaroma came Hirishwaroma. Simply just name. Tata Shri Dhwajo Jagye. Tata Shiradhwajo Jagye Yagyartham Karshato Mahim Sita Shiragrato Jata Tasmat Shiradhwaja Smritaha. Tatha from Harshwaroma Shiradhwaja is son named Shiradhwaja. Jagye was born. Yagya Artham was performing sacrifice. Karshataha while plowing the field. Mahim the earth. Sita mother Sita the wife of Lord Ramchandra. Shir Agrataha from the front portion of the plow. Jata was born. Tasmat therefore Shiradhwaja was known as Shiradhwaj Smrita celebrated. From Harswaroma came a son named Shiradhwaja, also called Janak. When Shiradhwaja was plowing a field, from the front of his plow, Shira, appeared a daughter named Sita Devi, who later became the wife of Lord Ramchandra. Thus, he was known as Shiradhwaja. Okay. So, this Shiradhwaj king, who came very much late in the Janak dynasty, so he is also named as Janak. In all the people are known as Janak. So, his daughter was Mother Sita. Okay. Okay. So, because Shira, because he was plowing with the Shira, that means the front portion of the plow. So, from there he got this name Shiradhwaja. Kushadhwajas tasya putras tato dharmadhwaja nirpaha. Dharmadhwajasya dau putrau kritadhwaja mitadhwajau. Kushadhwaja tasya of Shiradhwaj putra son tatha from him Dharmadhwaj Nirpa the king. Dharmadhwajasya from this Dharmadhwaja dau two putra sons Kritadhwaja Mitadhwajau. Kritadhwaj and Mitadhwaja. The son of Shiradhwaj was Kushadhwaj, and the son of Kushadhwaj was King Dharmadhwaj, who had two sons named Kritadhwaj and Mitadhwaj. Okay. Kritadhwajat Keshidhwajaha Khandikyastu Mitadhwajat. Kritadhwaja Suto Rajan Atmavidya Visarada Khandikya Karma Tattvagyo Bhitaha Kesidhwajadrutaha Bhanumamstasya putro abhu Chhatadyumanas tu tatsutaha. Kritadhwajat from Kritadhwaja Keshidhwaja, a son named Keshidhwaja. Khandikya tu, also a son named Khandikya. Mitadhwajat from Mitadhwaja. Kritadhwaja Sutaha, the son of Kritadhwaja, Rajan, O king. Atma Vidya Visarda, expert in transcendental service. Khandikya, King Khandikya. Karma Tattvagya, expert in Vedic ritualistic ceremony. Bhitaha, fearing. Kesidhwajat, because of Keshidhwaj Durtaha, he fled. Bhanuman tasya of Keshidhwaj putra son Abhut, there was Sadyumna tu, but Tatsuta, the son of Bhanuman. O Maharaj Parikshit, the son of Kritadhwaj was Keshidhwaj, and the son of Mitadhwaj was Khandikya. The son of Kritadhwaj was expert in spiritual knowledge, and the son of Mitadhwaj was expert in Vedic ritualistic ceremony. Khandikya fled in fear of Keshidhwaja. The son of Keshidhwaja was Bhanuman, and the son of Bhanuman was Shatadyumna. Suchistu tanayastasmat Sandvajaha Sutobha Abhavad Urjaketu Sanadvajad Ajo Atha Purajit Sutaha. Suchi tu, but Tamanayo, a son, Tasmat from him. सनद्वाज सनद्वाज सुतः एसन अभवत was born Urjaketu Sanadwajaat from Sanadwaj Aja Atha thereafter Purujit Sutah son. The son of Sadyumna was named Suchi. From Suchi Sanadwaj was born, and from Sanadwaj came a son named Urjaketu. The son of Urjaketu was Aja, and the son of Aja was Purujit. अरिष्टनेमिस्तस्यापि श्रुतायुस्तत् सुपार्श्वकः ततश्चित्ररथो यस्य क्षेमाधिर्मिथिलाधिपः अरिष्टनेमि तस्यापि Purujit also Shrutayu is named Shrutayu tat, and from him Suparshwak tata from Suparshwak Chitrat yes of him Chitrat Chemadhi Mithila Adipaha became the king of Mithila. The son of Purujit was Arishtnemi, and his son was Shrutayu. Shrutayu begat a son named Suparshwaka, and Suparshwaka begot Chitrat. The son of Chitrat was Chemadi, who became the king of Mithila. Tasmat samarthastasya sutah satyarathastataha asid upagurustasmat gupto agni sambhava. Tasmat from Chemadi Samratha is son named Samrat tasya from Samrat Sutah son Satyaratha tata from him Satyarat Asid was born Upaguru tasmat from him Upagupta Agni Sambhava, a partial expansion of the demigod Agni. The son of Chemadi was Samaratha, and his son was Satyarat. The son of Satyarat was Upaguru, and the son of Upaguru was Upagupta, a partial expansion of the fire god. This is just name, that's why I am just reading. Vaswananto ath tatputro yudo yat subhashanaha srutastato jayastasmad vijayo asmadritah sutah. Vaswananta, thereafter the son of Upagupta, Putra, his son Yudha, by the name Yudha, yet from Yudha Subhashana, his son named Subhashan. Shrutataha, and the son of Subhashan was Shruta. Jaya Tasmat, the son of Shruta was Jaya. Vijaya, his son named Vijaya. Tasmat from Jaya Rita Sutta, son. The son of Upagupta was Vashwananta, and the son of Vashwananta was Yudha. The son of Yudha was Subhashan, and the son of Subhashan was Shruta. The son of Shruta was Jaya, and from there came Vijaya. The son of Vijaya was Rita. Okay. Sunakastatsuto jagye vitahavyo dhritistataha bahulashvo dhritestasya kritir asya mahavasi. Sunak Tatsuta, the son of Rita, Jagge was born Vitahavya Dhriti Tata, the son of Vitahavya, Bahulasva Dhrite, from Dhriti Tasya, his son Kriti Asya of Kriti Mahavasi, there was a son named Mahavasi. The son of Rita was Sunak, the son of Sunak was Vitahavya, the son of Vitahavya was Dhriti, and the son of Dhriti was Bahulasva. The son of Bahulasva was Kriti, and his son was Mahavasi. एते वै मिथिला राजन् आत्मविद्या विशारदा योगेश्वर प्रसादेन द्वन्द्वैर्मुक्ता गृहेष्वपि. एते, all of them, why indeed Mithila, the descendants of Mithila, Rajan, O king, Atmavidya Visharda, expert in spiritual knowledge, Yogeshwara Prasadena, by the grace of Yogeshwara, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. Dvandai Mukta, they were all freed from the duality of the material world. Griheshwapi, even though staying at home. Shukdev Goswami said, my dear King Parikshit, all the kings of the dynasty of Mithila were completely in knowledge of their spiritual identity. Therefore, even though staying at home, they were liberated from the duality of material existence. All the kings in this Mithila dynasty, okay, they were all self-realized souls. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This material world is called Dvaita or duality. The Chaitanya Charitamrita says, Dvaite abhadra bhadra jnana sab manodharma yai bhal yai mand. यही सब भ्रम. In the world of duality, there is to say, in the material world, so-called goodness and badness are both the same. Therefore, in this world, to distinguish between good and bad, happiness and distress is meaningless, because they are both mental concoction, manodharma. Happiness and distress, they are manodharma, mental concoction. Otherwise, everything is distress only. Because everything here is miserable and troublesome. To create an artificial situation and pretend it to be full of happiness is simply illusion. The liberated person, being above the influence of the three modes of material nature, is unaffected by such dualities in all circumstances. He remains Krishna conscious by tolerating so-called happiness and distress. This is also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama paino anityam tam titikshasva bharata. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness. O son of Kunti, the non-permanent appearance of happiness and distress and their disappearance in due course are like the appearance and disappearance of winter and summer season. Matra sparshastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhada agama paino anityastam stitikshasva bharata. They arise from sense perception, O son of Bharat, and one must learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. So one should learn to tolerate this happiness and distress. Okay, hot and summer. So those who are liberated, being on the transcendental platform of rendering service to the Lord, do not care about so-called happiness and distress. They know that these are like changing seasons which are perceivably by contact with the material body. Happiness and distress come and go. Therefore, a Pandit, a learned man, is not concerned with them. He is not concerned with happiness and distress. As it is said, Gatasun agata sum. As it is said, Gatasun agata sumscha nanu shochanti panditaha. The body is dead from the very beginning because it is lump of matter. So body is only active because there is soul. It has no feelings of happiness and distress. What? Body. Because the soul within the body is in the bodily concept of life, he suffers happiness and distress. But these come and go. So actually soul is there and within the body. So because of soul, body is active. Okay. But body is feeling happiness and distress because there is a soul. Okay. The body is dead from the beginning because it is a lump of matter. So it has no feelings of happiness and distress. But if soul is there, then the body, because just yesterday also we were discussing, because of this subtle body, the subtle body makes the gross body to act. Okay, so everything is the desire and everything is there in the feelings is there in the subtle body. So it has no feelings of happiness and distress because the soul within the body is in the bodily concept of life. So soul in the body is covered with subtle body and it only moves when the death happens along with subtle body. So only the gross body remains there. Okay. So, but because of this subtle body, the happiness and distress, they are experienced in the gross body, because gross body is like the instrument. But these happiness and distress keep on coming and going. So it is understood here with that the kings born in the dynasty of Mithila were all liberated persons, unaffected by the so-called happiness and distress of this world. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 9th canto, 13th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Dynasty of Maharaj Nimi. Okay, now so now 13th chapter is over, and till here Sukadeva Goswami, Srila Sukadeva Goswami explained about the Sun dynasty. Now from 14th chapter onwards, the Moon dynasty will be explained. Okay, so